Hi loves, it's your girl Jade Alycia here, and today I'm going to be talking about how to build a brand on Instagram. I did it 3 times, so if you guys want to see how I've successfully done it, stay tuned. Okay guys, so let's get started. So I know Instagram is like such a huge platform and there's so many people on there, and it's such a challenge to get in contact with your target market, and it's just such like a place where there's so many different ways of doing everything, and a ton of people have businesses, a ton of people don't, but everyone's on that platform. And you know what? You gotta let that work towards your advantage, because when you know there's a million people or 3 billion people on a platform, that definitely means that a portion of that is who you want to be your ideal client. So it does give you the opportunity to reach them and to target them. But in order to start a business, you're gonna have to be successful in 3 key areas that I use to build 3 brands on Instagram successfully. Number 1 is you want to look professional. So I know that starting a brand, you kind of just want to put stuff out there, but you really want to look professional, and competition is so big now that you really want to take every step that the big guys are taking, because that makes you look like you are reputable and people can trust you. So in order to do that, you definitely want to go with a theme for your Instagram feed, if you have not already, that goes with your brand. So your brand colors, your color palette, and I will be doing a video on how to pick your perfect brand colors and how to kind of coordinate that with all of your branding and your marketing. But anyway, going back to the Instagram feed, you definitely want to do a themed Instagram feed. You can see my feed right here for the Unjaded Journal. It's all themed. It's all pink, gray, black, white, some type of variation of that throughout. Even in my story highlights, it is the same thing. So you want to be consistent with that theme throughout, and that just makes you look very professional, clean, neat. Even the fonts are going to be the same on everything. The type of captions that you do, the type of shots that you take, it's going to all look neat, clean with the colored theme. Another way to look super duper professional on Instagram when building a brand is definitely to have in your highlights like some introductions, or like highlights of what it is that you do, what services that you offer, before and after shots. You can also have little like quotes from like people that you worked from, recommendations. All of that incorporated in your profile is key when building a business on Instagram. Okay, so tip number 2 for building a brand on Instagram, I would definitely say, is to be consistent. And I know that when you first start a profile, because I recently started one for my branding company, that it definitely took me persistently posting every single morning at I think 8:15, between 8:15 and 8:30 every morning for a month, in order to go from 0 to 110 followers within a month. So that's really good retention rate. And that's really very fast, and that's basically just from posting every single morning, being reliable, knowing that people know what I post, they like what I post, they know what time I post, and they can expect that. So when you're building a brand on Instagram, you have to build up your reliability, your trust with your customers. So you definitely want to show up on time, and even before you make a sale, you have to show up with things that don't require money exchanges or any in-person meets. You want to definitely start your trust level with just posting on time and posting on the days that you say you're going to post. So definitely work out a schedule that you can consistently be doing that, and you can always automate those post uploads as well, so that you don't physically have to be on Instagram all the time. My third tip for building a brand on Instagram is to be a human and to go on there and interact. You have to interact. You have to go out there and scout clients. You have to go on the discovery page and like stuff and comment and search different people's profiles, even people that are in the same genre. Preferably, I like to search people that don't have a business, that would actually be like clients of mine, or let's say for the Unjaded Journal, I went for bloggers that blog about similar things with like a cool edgy vibe like I kind of have. So that was kind of like how I scouted that for like followers and everything like that. But for a business, you definitely want to go out each day, each morning, even if it's for 15 minutes, your train ride to work, or your cab ride home, or even when you get home, if you take 15 minutes before you go to bed, or 15 minutes when you're eating breakfast at work, whatever it is, you can go through and just like a couple of things, drop a couple comments, let people know that you're an actual person, that you are not a robot, you are not, you know, a bot liking a whole bunch of things, but that you're an actual person and you interact and that you care. Also, when people do message you, do not send them and copy and paste them an entire 3-paragraph long response in 2 seconds, when they definitely know that you did not sit there and type them that, and that it's very genetic and very robotic once again. So you definitely want to just be a human, thoughtfully answer each person. And I know that that takes so much more time, but in the long run, it builds such a strong relationship between you and that individual, and they are way more willing to trust you, go on your website, check out your new things, and lead to purchasing from you in the future than someone that just feels like a disconnect, like they are talking to a robot, because people want to interact with people. Those are my 3 key tips for starting a brand on Instagram. If you guys have not checked out my brands, definitely do. You can check out my personal blog here at The Unjaded Journal. You can check out my fashion Instagram business, where I design handbags for women, hats, accessories, and even sustainable jewelry. Everything is eco-friendly. So check that out at Jade Alycia INC. You guys can check out my beauty business, where I basically do people's makeup and I offer services, and I also sell glamour gear, which is apparel for makeup artists and aspiring makeup artists equally. And you can follow that at The Glamorous Touch, which I will put right here. And also don't forget to follow my branding business. That is my 3rd business on Instagram that I've successfully built at jwbranding.co, and that is all branding and marketing for entrepreneurs and business people alike. Also guys, I will link below a blog post that I have about building a business, period, that will cover all other things in addition to social media, so check that out in the link below in the description box. Thank you guys for watching this video. Thumbs up, like this video, drop me some comments if you have built a brand on Instagram successfully. Let me know how you drive traffic from there to your website, and I will see you guys in my next video, which will be about how to pick the perfect color palette for your brand. Bye!